Crossroads Media.
The emotions that were pouring out of Joel Embiid's face was absurd. One of those honestly reminded me, rest in peace, one of the best to ever damn do it, Kobe, after he made that play underneath the basket and he put it up with ease and one, went to the foul line, and he was walking back towards the three-point line to get some high fives from his teammates, and he did a bit of some of his teeth grinding together, and it looked like one of those, like, oh, he was fired up and grinding his teeth. It reminded me a bit of Kobe when he was getting into his moods where it was, get the hell out of the way, because this individual's going to crucify my body and tear apart me to pieces. I got to step the hell off to the side. And that's the way that it looked. And then, of course, when Steph Curry makes that nice dish to Tobias Harris, and then Joel Embiid's not even a part of the play, just hanging out, and he's throwing fist bumps with maximum effort, may I add, right? These aren't just nice little how-do-you-dos and a couple nice little fist bumps to yourself where you say, all right, let's go, right? One of those, like, let's go. No. This is full body twerking involved. He's leaning over and he's almost parallel to the floor because he's bent over that much just throwing his. I'm concerned that he might tear a shoulder or something. But you know what? In reality, all jokes aside, that is something that means so damn much to this team that just won 14 of their last 17. That is correct. They are 14-3 in their last 17. And there is something to be said about Joel Embiid. He made this very clear in a post-game press conference a few nights ago about pacing himself and learning what this league is all about. And there probably is a correlation with some of what we saw early on. And then, okay, let me put my foot on the gas. Let me explode. Let me do what I need to do to take control of this bad boy, get into the free throw line, whether it's a block on the defensive end or a huge three-pointer made. You know, it was just one of those nights. But he definitely did live a bit at the free throw line, and that's totally fine. That's what Joel Embiid does. There was actually some dope and some moron. There's more than just one or two, by the way. There's 6,000 of them, and I interacted with one that I'll get to in just one moment. But before that, did you see what went viral over Twitter this weekend? That someone said the only reason why Joel Embiid is as good as he is and is scoring points at the rate that he is because he gets fouled. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, he's so lethal. He's so big. He's so hard to keep in front of you defensively, and he can beat you in so many different ways, and he's so damn versatile that other teams don't know what to do, and because he's so damn aggressive, he forces the other team, because he's a center, to foul him and put him at the line. That's not something that you take points off. You don't dock points off for that. You give more credit. This guy's an unbelievable weapon. He's a force. No one can do anything about it. This isn't some just, he's getting phantom calls all the time and he doesn't earn those. No, he earns it because no one is 7 foot and can defend everything that he does. So can we please have brain cells when communicating about sports? And that rolls right into the next combo that I'm about to throw your way. When there was about half of the second quarter to go, I put a Twitter poll up there and I let it sit for about an hour and a half so it didn't go too far where people already saw the results, because that would clearly make the results flawed. And I asked, do you think the 76ers are going to figure this thing out and win? 64% said yes, which shows me that more people than I thought have confidence that, like I was saying, over 48 minutes, it would kind of work its way out, and they figured out. The person who commented on that Twitter poll in the beginning stages of the game and in that second half, in that second quarter, said, tell me again why Tyrese Haliburton and Harrison Barnes isn't good enough. They're the best players on the floor tonight. Well, just to be fair, as you let time play out, your guy Harrison Barnes, which for some reason people have way too much love and way too much support towards him. He shot 5 of 16 from the field, and I don't know why Haliburton balled, right? I don't know why he passed up that last shot. The Niang shot, or the shot over at Niang, was insane, and that was such an unbelievable effort. I can't believe he drilled it. But when he had that opportunity to maybe go to the rack, he kicked it out for 3, and it was a straight brick. There's no reason for the hottest player on your team who had 38 points and one of your best games of his entire career, there's no reason whatsoever why you should pass that up. But I bring that up to you because obviously I know what direction this is headed in. All right, Daryl Morey, Tyrese Haliburton. That's an obvious deal, and the reports have been mentioned by Woj that the Kings have pulled out on the trade possibility and this and that. Once again, I'll lay it out to you for the 6,000th time. You're going to hear almost threw an F-bomb in there. 7,000 different reports from now until the trade deadline. All right, so just know your head's going to keep spinning all over the place, all over the place, all over the place. But here's reality with Tyrese Haliburton. My man averages 13.8 points per game. This was an awesome night. This shows you that he has a skill set when he turns it on, and he's a young player. So just like any young player, it's going to take time to learn how to grow in this league. How can you be that more consistently? What can you do to destroy teams and make buckets when you need to late in the action, fourth quarter? If your team's struggling as a whole, how can Tyrese Haliburton become more of a consistent player? Just like Joel, there were nights early in his career where he'd give you 30, but then that would also be sandwiched between a 16-point night, an 8-point night, and then a 29-point night. Now it's 30 plus every single damn night, right? Because over time you learn how to do that. No doubt about it. But that's kind of a flawed thought long-term, because the reason why you're trying to make a deal right now for a stud player is because you have to maximize Joel Embiid's shortened stretch here, because everyone's so afraid of Joel and how long he'll be able to do this. You can't waste any time. So you don't have time to wait for Tyrese Haliburton to get to that point, to get to that level. That doesn't make much sense to me. That's a growing process. He's a nice player, and I'm not saying he can't help the 76ers. My point of bringing up how many points per game he has is this is not Tyrese Haliburton every night. His last effort, he went he went 37 minutes, 11 points. This was his last game. 37 minutes, 11 points. 27 minutes, 7 points, shooting 2 for 9 before that outing. And then 2 games before that, 31 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 9 for shooting. So in his last recent little how do you do here, you're talking about 9 points, 7 points, 11 points, and 30 plus minutes of action or so. Right? This isn't Tyrese Haliburton every single night. He averages less than 14 points per game. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's some bum and he's a nobody, but I don't want this one effort to now change exactly who Tyrese Haliburton is right now in his career, to be fair.